So I'm probably going to the barber's today, and I think my mom might take me because I don't have a car and I can't drive. It feels kind of like a big-ish thing because every time my mom has always had a problem with me cutting my hair because she's like, you're a girl, you need to have, your hair needs to be longer, don't cut it short, blah, blah, blah. And like I've had short hair for I guess the past 3 years since I like finally cut it the first time 3 years ago, and it's been short ever since. Anyway, the thing is, I don't know if it means anything because she has been like the number one anti-support person as far as my transitioning goes. And this is like the first time she's kind of been lenient about it because like, I don't know, not even like a month ago, I was like, I should go, I was planning on going to the barber's, and I was like, it's the winter time, you can't cut your hair. And I'm like, are you serious? Do you know how many people there are with short hair? Do you know there's bald people in the world in the winter time? Hats. I'm like, that's a terrible argument. Because A, hats, B, hats, C, people with short hair exist in the winter. Ridiculous. Anyhow, I don't know if I should put much weight into it. Probably not, because she doesn't, call me Alex. She doesn't use my pronouns. Nobody does. Nobody in my family does. Most people are ignoring it. During the summer when I thought I might have been getting top surgery, I told my sister, she told my mom, and then she called everybody. And everybody called me to put in their 2 cents was basically no. I was living in Toronto at the time. I'd been living in Toronto for 3 years. And when I was living in Toronto, the past 2 years, that when I was living in the last 2 years, I'd started socially transitioning. And I realized I needed to medically transition as well. I had people use he or gender neutral pronouns. But coming back home, and because for school related reasons, it feels like nothing. It feels like I'm not even transitioning. It feels like I'm invisible. And it's terrible. And I'm really just going, through the motions of, answering to my birth name, answering to being called girl, she, whatever. The few people, 2 people, who support me in this, my dad's I don't even know if it's support, it's just I can tell him about transition related things and he doesn't immediately say no. He kind of talks about it like it's an actual thing, which is nice. His general, bias is no, but I can talk at least about it. Then at the end, you're growing up into such, a beautiful young lady, and I'm like, I'm not. Were you listening? I am transitioning. I am not a beautiful young lady. I'm a beautiful young person. Beautiful young guy-ish person. The beautiful, fine. Young, yeah. Girl, no. It's so simple. And I've gotten to the point where I'm just over it because I'm just yeah, I'm trans, agender most of the time. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe when I start, taking hormones, I might be more binary identified. I don't know. I'm trans, and it's just every day, I'm black. But everybody's like, whoa, trans, what does this mean? You're becoming a different person. Who are you? What's happening? And I'm like, calm down. It's not happening to you, it's happening to me. And I'm totally fine with it. And it's just roadblock, 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 everybody else. I hope that after or during, my actual, when I actually start to physically change and I'm socially transitioning and having people call me he or gender neutral pronouns. Gender neutral pronouns would probably be just for close friends, because I'm fairly certain that the majority at large is still like, what? To non-binary people, agender people, it's like, you don't exist. What is that? I don't know. Please stop. I can't be out in public with you if you're going to be using my birth name, outing me to everybody that I meet or whatever. I'm not planning on going stealth, but I mean, in certain aspects, you know, you don't need to know everything about me. Like, if I'm going to the bank, and I've been going to this bank for, 10 years after I started, transitioning, and they're like, hey, Alexander, how's it going, sir? And then my sister's like, this is my little sister. And I'm like, what are you doing? I don't need that. Really, I'm just hoping that I can financially support myself away somewhere so I can leave here and not have to worry about needing them for anything. If they never support me in the future, if they're never with me on this, then I'm just going to leave them behind, and I just hope that I can do it with ease, or some form of ease. I don't want to leave you, but you were giving me no choice. I can't have you outing me everywhere I go. I don't know. Basically, I'm maybe going to the barbershop. It might be a thing, might not be. I don't know. My hair is terrible. That's why I'm wearing the hat. So that's my video.